troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 11th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Time to get up. So I was hustling myself out of bed, getting to my feet. Something interrupted a quiet morning atmosphere.
Huh?
Huh? Sounds like somebody's here, but it's quiet. Too quiet. Something doesn't feel right. Can we hide in the locker? Can we just hide in the locker over here? Took a few hesitant steps towards the door, and took a deep breath and opened it, only to find. Hi. Darumi, is something wrong? Oh, Takumi, you sweet summer child. Really haven't noticed. I'm exhausted. I can't take it anymore. So hey, you wanna come die with me? Huh? Once we're dead, the pain will be gone. We'll finally be at peace. Come on, it'll only hurt for a second.
Let's just die. Die, 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 die.
Wait, what? Hold on a minute. Just kidding, man. You should have seen your face. You've been doomed, bruh. Not worth it. I totally had you, didn't I? I thought it was a nice joke. First thing would help cheer you up. That was hardly what I'd call a nice joke.
Hey!
What are you doing here anyway? I'm on a mission from our glorious leader. She told me to get all the non-fighters together in the cafeteria. Really? You were close to letting them back in? Yeah, to be honest though, it's kind of a drag. Think you could help me out? Misery loves company, right? Didn't Confucius say that once? You've got a weird way of asking for help, but I guess I can give you a hand. Gracias, muchacho. Now I won't have to go through with my contingency plan. Oh well, as always, next time. Tokaku Tsubasa, what's up for that? Alright? Okay, thanks, bye. Darumi waved goodbye with a cheery smile, completely at odds with the creepy stuff she'd been saying. As they have to tell Gaku Nabasa to come to the cafeteria, right? This should be easy enough. I'd better get going. This is Tabasa's room. I'm checking the nameplate to make sure I rang the bell by the side of the door. After a little while, the door opened with a clatter. Nakumi, what is it? I'm on messenger duty. Hiroko wants us all to meet up in the cafeteria. All of us? Even the non-fighters? Yesterday she told us we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. Has she taken that back? Hiroko said that? Everybody's been cracking the whip. Who knows? Maybe she wants to apologize. She has been pretty harsh on you guys lately. Come on, you don't believe that? This is Hiroko we're talking about. Yeah, I know. Just so you know, no matter what she does to us, I'm not joining the fight. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. That kind of stuff just isn't possible for me. Still looking like she might burst into tears at any moment. Basa slunk off in the direction of the cafeteria. It's Gaku's room. Checking the nameplate to make sure. I ring the bell by the side of the door. After a little while, the door slowly opened. Oh, it's just you. What do you want? Yuriko said she wants everyone to meet up in the cafeteria. For real? Us too? What does she want this time? I just know it's nothing good. That girl's got it in for me. It's not just her either. All of you think us non-fighters are nothing but dead weight. No, not really. I said this before, but you guys are weird ones. You know that? Regular people don't just go from living normal lives to fighting monsters without a second thought. I get what you mean, but... Fine. Yuriko wants us in the cafeteria. I'll go. If I don't, it'll only get worse for me, right? Man, oh man, what rocket luck. After several dramatic groans, Gaku sucked off in the direction of the cafeteria. Sulked off. Were the weird ones were fighting? Don't go thinking I don't know that. I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. Alright, I've done what Terumi asked me to. Should head to the cafeteria with the rest of them. Why is Hiroko getting us all together, though? I can't imagine I'm going to like what happens next. Yep. What does she want? Alright, everyone's here. Guess now we'll find out what this emergency meeting is all about. Can we have something to eat before we start? I'm so hungry, my stomach cramps. Of course, I wouldn't want you to think I'm totally heartless. But you kind of are. You kind of are.
Oh.
Here's some disposable chopsticks I found in the trash. Feel free to grill them, or have them raw if you prefer. You are totally heartless. Yuriko, please, give them some real food. Can't bear to see them like this. Very well, help yourself to dry bread. One per person. Just one slice each? We may have a surplus food supplies in the refrigerator, but that doesn't mean they're unlimited. We need to use our resources wisely. Wasting them on freeloaders would be the same as throwing them away. Freeloaders? Come on. I swear, I've always been a useless freeloader. The air I breathe could probably be more productively somewhere else. Let's move on. You're probably wondering why I summoned you here today. Let's hear what Hiroko has to say. Our cast of characters is a little too big, don't you think? Maybe we should make some cuts. She's really acting like she owns the place now. Guess it can't hurt to hear her out, though. What's all this about? Not that I really care. Either way, it won't affect me or my dear sister. So why did you ask us to come here? Gaku, Tabasa, Ima, Kako, Shoma. The non-fighters, as we've been calling you. I have decided you're going to leave this school. You can't just decide that. You're throwing them out to die because they don't want to fight. Huh? What do you mean not leave? You're kicking us out? Kicking you out? What a delightful turn of phrase. Yes, I'm kicking you out. And if you won't leave on your own accord, I will make you. That's all I have to say. Why don't you get going and save us all the trouble? What? Right now? Hiroko, have you lost your mind? Why would you do that to our friends? Why do you think? We've all been brought here for one purpose and one purpose only. To fight. Anyone who can't or won't do that, no matter, has no place here. So why not get rid of them? If the invaders get distracted by hunting them down in the ruins outside, they'll at least be serving a purpose. What? As decoys? Try to stay alive as long as you can. The less time the invaders spend on the school, the better. You can't just use us like that. You should be grateful. I'm giving you a chance to make yourselves useful. And then, I doubt it'd make much difference. I just get stepped on by a cockroach I am, and I'll be the end of me. Hiroko, are you for real right now? You can't go through with this. It's going too far. Don't waste my time with meaningless objections. I'm leading the school now. And what I say goes. Power trip much? Don't think, don't argue. Just obey my orders. But it's so extreme. Can't you go a little easier on us? You really don't understand the position you're in, do you? Let me ask you a question. Why should we be expected to fight to protect you when you do nothing in return? That is a fair point. However, sending them to their deaths is not any better. You see? Now, no excuses. Pack whatever personal belongings you have and leave. Seriously? Right now? If such a simple task is beyond you, I don't mind helping you along. I'll make you leave by force if necessary. Wait, Hiroko, please. This is all too sudden. Can't you give them some more time? Time for what? Well, if you spring this on them out of the blue, lesson won't really sink in, you know? All right, you've got 5 days. 5 days. You've got until day 16 to make your choice. Fight alongside us or leave forever. Just 5 days? If you do decide to fight, I'll give you a little test on that day instead. I wouldn't want you telling me what I want to hear and going back on it later. What kind of test? You'll find out when the time comes. I think that covers everything. As for the rest of you, remember to stay on guard in case there's an enemy attack today. With her customary brusque attitude, Hiroko said all she had to say and left without another word. This is just too cruel. We're supposed to be comrades, friends. Friends? Yeah, right. But you can't wait to get rid of us. That's not true. If we all work together, I'm sure we can get Hiroko to change her mind. Come on, man. You really think she's gonna go back down? We still have to try. Well, just let it go, okay? We're getting kicked out. We're getting kicked out. Nothing you can do about it. It makes no difference if it's now or in 5 days. Still better than being forced to fight. Are you sure about that? I mean, once you get outside the school grounds. I know. It's bad enough that we're gonna die out there. You don't need reminding me. Whatever, I'm done with the school, this war, the whole saving humanity thing. It can all go to heck for all I care. Oh, life's just one long string of rotten luck. Why does bad stuff always happen to me? I'd be better off I'd better end up as a billionaire or something in my next life. After everything I've been through, I deserve to catch a break. So raving to himself, Gaku stomped away, just as unwilling to hear us as Hiroko had been. He sure is freaking out, huh? I think I know how he feels. Not that I'm putting Gaku in the same category as this heavyborn like me. But I get what it's like to not be totally unsuited for combat. You can't imagine to fight on your own survival. Even our peaceful modern-day society was too competitive for me. How am I supposed to cope in the front lines when it was actual war? You don't talk like that. You can't just give up. I wouldn't call it giving up. I'm just recognizing my limits. Too useless to live, too cowardly to die. It's a miracle I made it this far in life. Well, not much of a miracle, it's an unfortunate oversight. This is simply a way of nature's correcting it. Shoma gave a formal bow and left, making a little noise as possible. Shoma. I get where your folks coming from, you know? It's not fair for us to hang back and let you all do some fighting. Not doing anything else is really out of the question for me. Seriously, it's just not going to happen. Basa. I think I might have just been sitting here by mistake or something. It probably only mattered of time before I got kicked out anyway. Huh? The same thing as saying you don't care if you die out there, you know that? Yeah, at least then it'll be all over. And then I won't have to deal with all these confusing feelings anymore. I could see tears welling up into Basa's eyes. Before I could say anything to comfort her, she too was gone. Well, sure, we do have a lot of Debbie Downers here, don't we? Given the circumstances, it's only natural. You used to be one of us, Mr. Rowski. Why do you have to betray us to join the Battle Freaks? I don't think I betrayed you exactly. What should we do, brother dearest? Don't worry about a thing, sister dearest. I have a foolproof plan. You do? Yes, but I'm afraid I can't say that any more than that. The element of surprise is a big part of it. Fine, keep your secrets. But you know there's still time to change your mind, right? I don't think so. Even if we do get thrown out of here, that hellish wasteland would be a paradise so long as I'm with my dear sister. Whew! As such, there's nothing more to discuss. We'll be going back to our rooms now. Be sure to fight with all your might to protect the invaders. Protect us from the invaders. The Tsukumo twins left the cafeteria arm in arm, each wearing a different expression, like a pair of socks and buskin masks. Dang. And a single one of them willing to fight, not even to save their own skins.
Hey!
I don't think Hiroko was bluffing either. If they don't come around, she really will force them to leave. We've got 5 days. Is there anything we can do? She gave us that extension pretty easily, don't you think? Now that you mention it, Takumi barely had to say anything to get her to go along with it. Maybe she was expecting us to plead on their behalf. This could be another part of her plan. I think Hiroko wants us to use these 5 days to convince the others to join the fight. So that's why she agreed to it right after I stepped in. She was planning to give us that time all along. We're just the answer to her tune, huh? Man, that makes me mad. I don't like it either way. But if we want to save everyone, this is the only way. Okay, how's that gonna work exactly? None of them seemed like they were gonna budge on this. Yeah, I wonder why they're so dead set against fighting. I can only imagine it must be for personal reasons. In that case, we need to get them to share what those are before we can begin to convince them. How? They don't seem to be like willing to spill the beans. You're right. We need to get them to open up to us first. I have an idea. Why don't we sneak them some food? Food? Yeah, I'm sure they're all starving. We can fill their bellies, there's a chance that we'll get them to open up to us a little. Tempt with some bait, huh? Sounds like a plan, at least it's simple. So you gain their trust with food, and then try to convince them to fight.
Ugh.
Sounds like a major hassle. Alright, who do we get to do this? In response, all their eyes return to me. Of course they do. Eito, this was your idea. Why don't you do it? I should have seen this coming. Alright, I'll do it. Sorry, but you heard Ima. They already consider me a traitor. I probably wouldn't get anywhere with them. All the subtly planning crap really ain't my thing. You know, Darumi is the only one gonna make it worse. I don't have to come up with my own excuse. We'll still have you anyway, help you any way we can, of course. Yeah, you can count on us. Not like we got anything better to do. Hey, if I only reverse social links with us, see if you tried to do it all yourself at this point. Thanks, guys. We've got 5 days. Let's make the most of it then. So it's up to me to convince the non-fighters to start fighting. Work something out. I have to keep believing. After taking a moment to outline the goals going forward, Eito, Takamaru, and Darumi and I went back to our rooms. 5 days. It's 5 days to turn everything around. Convincing the whole group right away is probably too much to ask for. I should pick 1 or 2 of them to focus on. Tsubasa, Shoma, Gaku, Kaku, and Ima. Of the list, Tsubasa seems the easiest to persuade. She doesn't seem as stubborn as the others, but give her an impassioned plea, she might come around. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is try to convince Tsubasa. With that, I decided I should head over to her room. I'm sure she's hungry. If I bring food, I bet she'll at least hear me out. Ring the doorbell to Tsubasa's room. Short while, the door slowly opens. What is it, Takumi? Hiroko again? If you don't mind, I just want to be left alone. Actually, I came here on my own. Here, I brought you something. I figured you'd be hungry. Are those sandwiches for me? Yeah, I thought we could sit and eat together. It's just that I don't want Hiroko to catch us, so would you mind letting me in? Of course, come in! Look at my room, you beautiful sandwiches. You too, Takumi. What am I, a consolation prize? Come on, Takumi, you had to know that she would act like this. Ooh! Her room's so much brighter than mine. The moment the door closed, Tsubasa pounced on the sandwiches. This is what I've been missing. I've been craving moist bread since we got here. Never want to see dry bread ever again. It makes my mouth feel like sandpaper. You must have been starving. She scarfed down the sandwiches in less than a minute. Thanks. I'm stuffed. Thanks to Kimmy. You're a lifesaver. Now I don't have to eat dry bread today. Have you just been living on dry bread since Hiroko banned you from the cafeteria? Yeah, that bread's so dry. I had a nightmare last night where I was stranded in a desert. Hey, would it be too much to ask you to bring over some moist bread from time to time? No problem. I'll try to sneak you out some bread or rice balls. Really? But in exchange, do you open up to me? Huh? Open up to you? About what? The reason why you won't fight. If you have some reason, I'd love for you to tell me. I should have expected this. Is this what you were after from the start? The sandwiches were to bribe me for information. Sorry, Tsubasa. I know I'm taking advantage of your desperation here. But desperate times call for desperate measures. I just want to understand where you're coming from. Okay, fine. But in exchange, I'm going to want some more moist bread later. She let out a deep, resigned sigh and began to share her inner thoughts. Look, I feel bad about it. I know it's unfair for me to stay here where it's safe while you guys go on out there and fight. But fighting is difficult for me. It's a physical thing.
Huh?
What do you mean? Tsubasa? I can't keep it down. Keep it down. When I get nervous, it comes out. And not just a little bit.
Hey!
When what comes out? I don't understand what you... Puke? Oh, I puke, okay? Huh? That's just how I'm built. When I get nervous, I hurl. Come to think of it, Basa's always retching. It's like, what if we like try to convince her, like, hey, maybe once you if you have the anema active in you, you won't feel sick. If I ever fought the invaders, I'd turn the battlefield into a sea of vomit. You really want to get showered in my puke? Do you even be able to fight under those conditions? What if my puke got under your eyes? Do you take medicine or something? It's a physical thing, and medicine doesn't help my issue. I've tried all sorts of things since I was little. None of them worked. When I get worked up, it just comes out. Even now, just picture myself fighting the invaders. Are you okay? Oh gosh, no. Oh, I can't keep it. Tsubasa vomited all over the floor. She immediately pushed me out of the room. Tears welling in her eyes. Oh. That's a tough thing to live with. She vomits whenever she's nervous. She's right that she won't be able to fight if she's consistently puking. Can't blame her for refusing. There's a chance to fight if she can overcome this issue. It didn't seem like she was unwilling to fight. Only I can find out a way to suppress her nausea. How though? Puking is... Puking? Hito, how long have you been there? I just came by to see if I could help with anything. So what is it about puking? I hate to air out someone's personal health struggles. This doesn't seem like something I can solve on my own. Maybe I can ask him for advice. Alright, just keep this between us. Proceed to tell Eito about his tendency to puke. I see. So that's what she's been dealing with. That sounds tough. Yeah, I want to help her, but I don't know how. She hasn't found a successful remedy on her own, right? In that case, maybe it's better we just assume she's going to vomit and plan around that instead.
Huh?
What do you mean? Like, have her bring a high-quality sick bag or something. Sick bag? Like the bags they have on buses? I suppose if she used a bag when she had to, she wouldn't have to worry about getting puke everywhere. But they have those sick bags, high-quality ones like that? What about using that gift-o-matic in the rec room? Gift-o-matic. Yeah, if they don't have them here, we just need to make them. Seems like it's able to make most things. It's worth looking into. Get it over to a rec room together to check the gift-o-matic. fashionable sick pouch. It looks perfect. Boss is sure to open up if we give this to her as a present.
Huh?
The material we'll need are string, plastic bag, and fashionable pouch. String and plastic bag seem easy enough to find. A fashionable pouch may prove tricky. When it's likely to have a pouch, it'd be a girl. Maybe I can negotiate a trade of sorts.
Ah.
Look for a fashionable pouch. You can handle the string and plastic bag. So Ito and I split up. The materials we need together is the materials we need to make the sick bag. Where to start? Guess I'll just ask everyone. Yes, Tsubasa, our fuck, you have to persuade her. Talk to the other characters to gather information about what we should get her. We also need to go exploring and get materials needed to make the gift. Give everything you have to persuade Tsubasa. Where is Army?
Huh?
It's Army. Would you happen to have a fashionable pouch? If you do, could I have it?
Huh.
I don't use them. They dump my I just dump all my makeup in a bag. I just throw my mirror in the raw dog. So I always end up cutting my finger on a correct surface. Right, you should be more careful. I always imagine that girls are carried around pouches and accessory bags. I guess that's not always the case. I mean, I might not have one, but I got some ideas where you might find a pouch.
Huh?
Really? Back around where we found Eito, I found what looked like a dilapidated cosmetic shop. I memorized where it was. I could maybe go pick something up from there later.
Ah.
Could you tell me where it is? Got the general coordinates for the cosmetics shop from Daru. Can't find a pouch somewhere inside the school. We'll check out this place later. How's it going, Takumi? Getting anywhere with them? Still working on it. I talked to Tsubasa. Yeah, it is a little complicated. I have a feeling that she'll choose to fight with us. Yeah, bike lovers ain't no cowards.
Huh?
Bike lovers. Does Tsubasa like bikes? I mean, all vehicles, really. She's a huge back geek. She really knows her stuff. Never met a girl who knew more about bikes than me. Not much, huh? Apparently her grandpa runs a workshop. She hung out there every day until she learned how to be a mechanic. You know, I vaguely recall her saying something like that before.
I wonder if the workshop's still standing after all that.
Workshop.
Oh, it's just a little garage I run with my grandpa. We mostly just tune up cars, but we do other stuff too. I've always liked tinkering with machines, so I've been watching my grandpa work ever since I was little.
Grandpa's workshop, huh? Should file this information away. Might help me convince her.
Ah.
By the way, Takamaru, do you know where I could find a fashionable pouch?
Ugh.
Oh, what? Yeah, I knew it was a long shot. A fashionable pouch? I don't have anything like that. I've never used one before. Not even once? We don't even carry around bags or wallets. We'd only be targeted by robbers if we did. We tie all our valuables to our bodies so they're secure. That's just being street smart. Yes, we literally keep things on our person. Reminds me of the nights we spent sleeping on the streets. Me snuggling up against Sister Dearest. We were pressed up very close. What kind of horrible struggles did these two go through? You can have this piece of string. I recommend you tie your valuables to your thigh. Thanks, I'll do that. Well, I didn't find a pouch. I managed to get some string. There's progress at least. Hey, look, Takumi. I found a plastic bag. Nice one, Eito. One item down. Let's keep this up. Where should we look next? Any ideas? Seem pretty upbeat. I don't know. I'm just having fun. Feels like a treasure hunt. Spent a lot of time in a hospital, so never got to hang out with friends. I mean, we're not exactly playing around here. But whatever. We did find one of the items after all. Well, we got a string in a plastic bag. We came short on the fashionable pouch. Yeah, but I got a lead on where we might be able to find one. According to what Darumi told me, it's a cosmetic shop where we found Eito outside the school. Go check it out tomorrow. Day 12. Ready to go on the fashionable pouch hunt for the fashionable pouch, Takumi? Alright. What do you got for me, Eito? Alright, yeah, that's just what you said already. In exploration. It looks like it's just gonna be us and Eito on this trip. We have to hold it to skip. Okay. Treasure chests will now appear during explorations. Landing one will grant you a key item needed to unlock a gift. Pin key items from treasure chests, you'll be able to make new gifts with the gift-o-matic. Many characters' preferred items can be made from key items, so try to land on treasure chest spaces whenever you can. Okay, let's head for the cosmetic shop. That's not his face. Okay, let's head for the cosmetic shop. It's somewhere around the spot we found you. Then it should be in that direction. Search start. Okay, because it's just the two of us, I'm less inclined to like mess around here. Because, you know, we don't have as many people to lose. I don't want to die out here. You see a cardboard box moving around by itself. Could there be something inside? Kick the box. You ran over and kicked the box. There was nothing inside. Could have just been the wind blowing it. It got cardboard boxes. Thanks.
I'll take this with me.
Thanks, King. Find a ragged-looking bridge. A ragged-looking bridge might make a good shortcut if it doesn't collapse before you cross. Find another way. Because the bridge looked too risky, you turn back to find another way. You see some pretty butterflies flutter around. Their wings patterns are quite unusual. Catch one. Carefully observe the butterfly you caught. You felt like you understood its biology a little better. Material plus 50%. Nice. You find the ruins of a clock store. Still stocked with clocks of all sizes. Some of these might be used for smart. It's made a little large clock. Got large gear. Nice.
I'll take this with me.
Okay. Oh, we're under attack. Got it. Thanks. Alright.
I guess it's my turn. I'm ready whenever. I've got this. Take this! Got it! Here we go. We better get moving.
So that does 3. We'll start with Takumi.
I've got this.
Yeah, we'll go here and then we can get a shot. We can get Ato to do a shot on all 3. Although, actually...
I guess it's my turn. Let's fortify our line. We better get moving.
Do that. Come here.
Weak. Yes, leave it to me. Here we go. I'm ready whenever. Got it! Nice! We better get moving. I've got my guard up. Yes, leave it to me.
Oh, yeah, this one's great.
Allow me to trim down their numbers. I'm ready whenever. All well
That
and
and...
good to go.
Takumi with the side slash right here. And okay. I'm starting to get the hang of this.
I'll take this with me.
All right, so we do this 3, and then we go into the 2 to get that treasure chest.
This looks quite rare.
Torn dress. You see a bird roosting on top of a tree. Its feathers are beautiful crimson color. I don't like either of these options. I don't like either of these. Throwing a stone would anger the bird. It would attack me. Climbing a tree, we could fall and hurt ourselves. We'll throw a stone at it. Got a dirty feather. Okay.
I'll take this with me.
See a dog picking through the trash. Someone might have thrown something. Wait, sorry. Same in the trash. Tattered cloth.
I'll take this with me.
Look, Takumi, we got the fashionable pouch. Now we have all the materials we need. Let's get back to the rec room and make the gift for Tsubasa. Nice. Crafting complete.
Aha!
We made it. Yes, we made a fashionable sick pouch. We did it, Takumi. I'm sure Tsubasa will feel relieved when we give this to her. Yeah, it'll eliminate her issue with fighting with us. Of course, just because we eliminate her reason for not fighting doesn't necessarily mean she'll join us. If it comes to it, we're gonna have to remind Tsubasa of her reason for fighting. Yeah, what's that? The important people we left behind at Tokyo Residential Complex. The things people need to protect. I'm sure if we remind her of that, she'll get on board. The important people we left back in the TRC, so someone like what Karuha is to me. Not only do we eliminate her reason for not fighting, we need to remind her that she has a reason to fight too. Seems pretty challenging. I guess there's no point in being negative. I'll swing by her place then. Takumi, why'd you come back? Look, I'm sorry, but could you give up on trying to get me to fight? You saw it for yourself. I puked all over the place. Having a puke girl like me on the battlefield is only going to cause everyone trouble. Wait, you're giving this to me? Wow, it's such a cute pouch. Why are you giving me this? Wait, are you trying to bribe me again? You don't need to be so alarmed. I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. Could you tell me the reason why you're so adamant about not fighting? Say the right things to Tsubasa when she shares her worries and convince her to fight. Oh no! I'm gonna be so. I hope I'm not that bad at this. You may choose what to say by pressing L stick twice. The number of options may increase as the conversation progresses. If you choose the right responses, the persuasion rate will increase. Bring this gauge to 100% to successfully persuade her. Even if you fail, you'll be able to try again from the last failure point. So don't worry and just do your best to persuade Tsubasa. Don't worry, the game says. Says the game that has 100 endings, apparently. I have not really looked into what the endings are or anything, because I'm waiting to I want to get my canon ending first, which I want to try to get no endings up until what it should hopefully maybe be the true ending, if I do everything correctly. and then we're gonna go back through the game, and we're gonna try to get every ending from there. I sure hope failing in any of these does not cause a bad ending, because I don't want to see that yet. All right. Oh, this is trippy.
Huh?
I already told you why I can't fight.
It's because it comes out when I get nervous. I start puking like a fountain in a fancy park. I know I'm going to puke if I ever fight against...
You don't need to worry about a little puke, Tsubasa.
Why did you
Of
sound
course I
so unpersuasive with
I
that?
can't help it if I get puke all over myself, but it'll still cause trouble for everyone else.
No, it
The
won't.
thought of getting my puke on someone else's clothes, it makes me sick to my stomach. It's not like you want to fight all covered in puke.
Just use that sick bag.
Huh?
It's a fashionable sick pouch. I know it just looks like a regular accessory pouch. If I've seen a sick bag that looked this cute, I wouldn't even be embarrassed to carry this around in public. You're gonna spew into this. That way you won't cause any trouble for anyone else.
Ah,
You can puke wherever you need to.
you don't need to be afraid anymore. Ah,
How about it, Tsubasa? Will you fight alongside us now?
Oh.
Tsubasa?
Uh,
I'm sorry, Takumi. I know you went through all this trouble and everything, but I really don't think I can fight. Why not? Your puking issue could be resolved now. I can't. I can't just puke in front of everyone like it's nothing. I'm sure everyone would make fun of me. Of course. What Tsubasa can't handle isn't to puke in herself, but everyone would see her do it. I know it's not the time to be embarrassed, and there is a part of me that wants to get out there and fight with you.
but I can't handle getting teased for my puking anymore.
Her voice is trembling. She must have suffered a lot because of her nervous stomach.
ah.
I'm here if you want to talk about it. You must have been through a lot because of your ailment. I don't mind telling you, but it's kind of a bummer. I need to eliminate Tsubasa's hang-ups and her with her vomiting and get her to join the fight. Gotta try this again.
You want to know my nickname in grade school? It was
Pukey-basa?
Pukette.
Pukette?
All the
That's a
bullies
cool
in the class
nickname.
made fun of me for my puking.
No!
Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? I lost friends every time I puked in public. Like how someone who I thought was a friend would one day start calling me Pukette. Or how the boys would loudly exclaim how the class smelled like puke. It was hard each time I lost a friend, and
We wouldn't make fun of you.
We wouldn't make fun of you.
I trust you, but I don't know about the others. A few of them could be mean. What if they gave me another cruel nickname? If someone ever called me Pukette, I'd probably puke and cry on the spot. No, I'm too scared. I can't do it. I don't want to get ostracized for puking anymore.
Okay, so it didn't want me to do that first one. Anyway, I'll just give up trying to get... I'm more scared of getting teased than fighting invaders. Vasa is terrified of being teased and ostracized by the others. If we don't eliminate that worry for her, she'll never agree to fight with us. I have to get her to understand that I'll never abandon her.
I trust you, but I don't know about the others.
I
Few of
can't
them could
believe we
be
actually
mean.
have to say we're gonna puke with her.
What if they gave me another cruel nickname? If someone ever called me Pukette, I'd probably puke and cry on the spot. No! I'm too scared. I can't.
I'll puke with you.
I love how unsure of himself he sounds there. I'll puke with you. What are you talking about? You puked on your own. You'd stand out, so I'll puke with you. That way we'll both share half the attention. No way I'm letting anyone willing to fight for their loved ones get ostracized for puking.
They're gonna have to make fun of me too.
Make fun of me, let's go. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being serious. I mean, I'll puke for you right here, right now if you want me to.
You can't. No, okay. To everyone out there, don't do this. Don't just force yourself to puke. Do not do that. That is not healthy. Forget the exact medical term for this, but do not do it. Sebastian stared at me as if she was trying to figure me out. I gave her as meaningful a look as I could in return. Well, let Sebastian go through this alone. If he gets made fun of, then so will I. Continue to meet her gaze in silence. I had a feeling that if I looked away now, she'd close herself off again. 1 minute, then 2. I continued to meet her gaze without even blinking. And suddenly her expression relaxed as if I'd gotten through to her.
I see. You're stupid, aren't you?
Puke with me? Are you crazy? How did you get like this? It wasn't the reaction I was expecting, but I got her to smile at least. I don't know how long it's been since I had a heart-to-heart with someone. What comes out of that? I try my best to hide my feelings from others because I'm afraid of puking. I would never have imagined this. Tsubasa looks so cheerful and friendly, but underneath it all, she's actually very troubled. I'm sorry, Tsubasa. I'm sorry for asking you to fight when I didn't know everything you'd been through. I had no idea how tough times have been for you. But as long as you're in this school, I'll never let you feel lonely. Wait, hold on. Are you saying you'll see me as some kind of charity case? Should I not be? Life hasn't been that hard for me. Granted, things didn't go well at school, but I still had a place I felt like I could belong. A place where Tsubasa feels like she belongs. Memory serves. Apparently our grandpa runs a workshop. She hung out there every day where she learned how to be a mechanic.
Huh?
Do you mean your grandpa's workshop?
Uh,
How did you know that? Takamaru told me. You hung out there every day, he said. Yeah, tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop was always the highlight of my day. So you don't need to worry about me that much. People can get by as well enough as long as they have one place they can belong. The boss's fate let up the moment we began talking about her grandpa's workshop. Must be the most important thing in the world to her. If anything's like how Karuwa is to me. Do you mind sharing what it was like spending time at your grandpa's workshop? Your grandpa's workshop is the thing that matters most to her. Or maybe Maybe that can be a reason for her to fight.
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check. All I can think about is not letting anything make me puke. But I can finally be myself when I'm tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop. Machines are really fascinating and let me forget about the world. I'd get covered in oil every day, helping my grandpa with his work. Of course, I failed a lot too, but Grandpa would always cheer me up with his belly laughs. Fail as much as you want, Tsubasa. Star players make mistakes, but they make the big plays too. No matter how much I messed up, he'd never kick me out.
Your grandpa's really nice.
Yeah, my grandpa's the nicest grandpa in the world. He's a royal grease monkey who always protects his granddaughter. His workshop is his castle. My dream is to one day take over his workshop. I want to protect the place that's protected.
You know, his workshop might get destroyed.
Huh? Huh?
Well, why?
Ah,
Remember what Sarai said. We don't fight, we can't protect what matters most to us. Your friends, your fans, family, everything you hold dear for your lives in the Tokyo residential complex. If we lose this war, all of that will be forfeit. But wasn't he just lying? As shady as Sarai may have been, I don't think everything he told us was a lie. Tokyo residential complex was attacked by tons of invaders before we were brought here. Our loved ones being in intimate danger might well be true. So my grandpa's workshop is in danger too? It's entirely possible. No way. Tsubasa was at a loss for words. The possibility that her loved one could be attacked by the invaders terrified her. I took a step closer to her and stared straight into her eyes.
if you want to protect your grandpa's workshop, then there's only one thing for you to do. Find the courage to fight the invaders.
But can a coward like me do that?
Of course you can.
Don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. We'll protect what's important to you together. So just protect us in return. Come with us.
And protect what matters most to us together.
And protect what matters most to us together.
Ooh, that was a cool animation. Fighting to protect humanity, to protect my grandpa in his workshop. Can someone like me really do that? Of course you can. You don't have to do it alone. We can make it through this together. I'm not making any promises, and I'm going to need a little more time. But I won't run from the truth or write myself off anymore. I'll think about what it is I really want, and what I need to do to make it happen. Is that okay? Sure. That sounds great. Okay then. Thanks, Takumi.